Okay.
Okay, instructor, this is my audience. There's my aunt, my mom, my dad, and my grandma and grandpa. You can't really see them very good. And my son. You know that? So I'm going to be giving an informative speech. The focus is positive role models. So positive role models are a crucial part of children's development. Being a role model is the most powerful form of education. That was said by John Wooden. Most parents have hopes for their children to grow up to be healthy, happy, humble, and kind. Role models have an enormous impact on youth development in our society. Role models shape the minds of children with their views, actions, speech, and even their nutrition. I believe that a good role model is someone who embodies all of the qualities that we want our children to witness and implement in their own lives. As a child growing up, I had many positive role models. I learned composure, emotional control, kindness, and compassion at a young age. A close friend of mine has a mother that was physically, mentally, emotionally abusive to her. She grew up in a home without a positive role model. I have stuck by her side through childhood and now into adulthood and listened to her struggles with being kind, controlling her emotions, and showing compassion towards others. She was learning something in her late 20s that I learned in early childhood. That late development of emotional stability was due to her having negative role models during her childhood. Everyone is affected by role models. Some are negative and some are positive. This subject can be related to all ages, whether it's being influenced or the influencer. I hope to give the class insight into the outcomes of both positive and negative role models. I'd first like to talk about positive role models and the way children are influenced. There are several different forms of communication. The most common are nonverbal, verbal, and written. 5% of learning is visual. 65% of learning is visual. And this is thought to increase with children. Body language is a form of communication that can visually be seen. Children are most influenced with this form of communication before the age of 5. These ages are more prone to using body language because full spectrum of speech expression has not yet been developed. Children can mimic the way that we present our bodies in reaction to emotion and responses. For example, crossing your arms when you're disappointed in your child or smiling and hugging them when you're proud. Before a child can verbally express their emotions, they pick up on the way that their parents use their body to emphasize their emotions. For example, hugging them when they hurt themselves. Typically, a young child who has been shown that response will hug another child when they hurt themselves. Next, I would like to discuss verbal and written communication. Children pick up on common words at young ages, such as no, mom, dad, yes, ouch, hot, and thank you, and I love you. They pick up on these because they are most common words in a role model present in their life. If a child is asking their parents for a bite of something they are eating and the parent doesn't show them, the child doesn't share with them, then the child may mimic that to another child. It may not be a bite of food, but it may be with a toy that they decide not to share because their parents didn't share food with them. The role model, possibly without thinking about the way the child absorbed the action, just showed the child by saying no that they don't have to share. Role models are influencing children every waking moment. We as parents have a responsibility to make sure that we are showing them the person that we inspire for them to be. Possibly a better response might have been, no, but let's go make you a bowl. Then the child may say, well, no, you can't have this toy, but I'll show you where you can find one. As the years goes on, children can begin to develop written communication. Role models can write notes in their lunches, be present in their homework. Teachers can write encouraging comments on grading papers. Positive role models will be supportive and patient during the learning process and encourage confidence in reading and writing. Everything children learn at a young age is imprinted for life. The development, their personalities, the way that they treat others, and their ambition. That child that was shown the proper response to sharing will go to preschool and be the fill your bucket child. They will go through elementary school showing other children how to be kind. And they'll go through high school and they'll engage in group activities and team sports. Showing support and encouragement through homework will show them that with dedication and time, improvements can be achieved. Through the influence of positive role models, children can grow to be healthy, stable, kind, and compassionate. Kindness is the quality of being friendly, generous, and considerate. Kindness is contagious, and when a child learns to be kind at a young age, the better foundation of friendship they'll have through childhood. Self-fulfillment can be achieved by being kind to others. Being kind makes the world a better place. Learning to respond to negative actions with kindness results in fewer negative emotions, which can be considered toxins. Compassion is the practice of being present in the suffering of others and responding with the heart with a desire to relieve the suffering with kindness, caring, and support. Being compassionate to others may encourage them to be compassionate later in life. Learning compassion for others at a young age can improve your health by keeping lower stress levels and blood pressure as they grow older. Compassion gives the child the ability to understand someone else's situation. Some children may act out because of something emotional struggle or compassion could be the key to begin to mend their negative feelings. Health is a person's mental or physical health. Positive role models show children how to have positive reactions to situations. Having positive reactions to situation improves your health. People with positive emotions in their everyday tend to be healthier, happier, learn better, and get along with others. Positive emotions can undo negative emotions. Positive emotions foster better social connectivity. Having positive emotions helps your body keep a balance in hormones. Stability is the state of being stable. Having these positive influences at a young age creates a stable environment. A child learning to control their emotions and have positive resultants is the foundation of being balanced. Teaching stability helps the children learn control. Stability is not only an emotion but a physical state. Now I would like to discuss the effects of negative role models. Negative role model is any person who influences others in a negative way. Negative role models can be a public figure, a celebrity, whose poor behavior and decisions is a negative example for the children. A negative role model may appear in many forms, such as public figures. A public figure can be a negative role model when they are seen embracing an inappropriate behavior, using drugs and alcohol, physically abusing a significant other, supporting racism or sexism, or dressing provocatively. A parental figure can also be a negative role model, possibly the most crucial negative influence. Parents are humans too. We learn until the day we die, and most negative role models have negative role models as children. Parental figures who cannot control emotions are constantly yelling, being physically abusive, being verbally or mentally abusive, lying, or not being present in a child's life. A daycare provider and children at daycare can also be negative role models. Any human can be a negative role model to another human. We are all entrusted with a huge responsibility, and most of us aren't even aware of its existence. Children learn from visualization most of all. Their minds are like sponges. They absorb everything that they hear and see. If their role model does not show them the correct verbal and nonverbal responses, how do they learn to react? Children will learn to be healthy, happy, humble, and kind through the actions of others, the actions of their role models. If you think your every move isn't being watched, you are sadly mistaken. Children pick up on everything that we do and say, especially if that person is someone admired by the child. Did you know that teens without positive parental role models are 67% less likely to get a job?
That's it? Well, that's it.